Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl SJ here with real beauty, real food, and real life. So today I am going to show you how to set the combination locks on these types of luggage locks. These are non-TSA. And the reason that I use the non-TSA is because TSA likes to go through your bag, which I'm okay with that. I understand what happened with 9/11. I get that. But the problem I'm having is that when they go through my stuff, they're not putting the slip in. My stuff is all out of whack. And I'm going to show you at the end of this video, after I show you how to set these, what they did. I just happened to do a before and after. So I'm going to show you that, guys. But first, I want to show you how to do this one. This is going to be the more simpler lock to do. All right, when you get these locks, they come in packs. All right, and normally the universal lock code is 000, and then you can unlock it. Okay, and the only way it locks back is if you take it off of that code. So to set this particular style, because they all run a little different, but they still do pretty much the same thing. Put it back on all the zeros, push down, turn it over to that side where the code is. And the code is going to be here because it has the little mark there. So you always want to look for a little indenture mark, because otherwise you could set it here and here, but it won't be the real code. It would be this one is what you want to look at. All right, so you'll set the lock in like this, and you'll push down and hold on it and set it to the desired numbers. Do not release it or you will set a code. That is the hard catch. Never release it until you're done. All right, so I've released it, and I hope I did it right. Now I'm locking it. Whoops, it won't lock, which means that is the right code. So I'm going to take it back off, and I'm going to put it back on 000. And the reason I'm doing that is just so you know that 000 is no longer valid. So I'll put it on what I set the code to. And bingo. Uh-oh. Okay. Guess I messed it up. Let me line it up. Yep, that's what I got to worry about, is if you mess it up. Golly. And once you mess it up, it's over. It's over. So I remember when I was setting it that I stopped. So now I got to go back and try to figure out what number it was on when it clicked back in. So I did get it unlocked. You know what I did? Remember? Where the indenture is the main part you set it. I set it on this side with my numbers that I was looking for. So now I've got to change it back. So I will push in on this lock so you can feel it go down. Use this part for your numbers and set it to what you want it to be. See how easy it was to get distracted? All right, so now I got it set. It won't lock. Now, in order to lock them, of course, it has to be on the number you selected. And then you put it down. So I got it on the number I selected. It goes down. And now I'll just turn this, and it won't go back up. And now I'll set it to the one that I'm set it to, just to make sure. And voila, it came open. And that's pretty much how you do it. It'll stay unlocked until you close it and change it off of your numbers. And then it's locked again. Now I'm going to show you how to use this other lock. This code is a little harder. This lock here is a little harder to set because it's so small and weird. But always look for the notch to show you the front, because there's numbers on the back, and those aren't the numbers you're trying to line up. These are the numbers. When it starts on zeros, all zeros, you flip it in. That means it's unlocked. Then you want to leave it unlocked, because this is, like I said, this one's harder to do. So to help me from keeping it closed from locking, I put this in there. So that way it's not locked yet. Now, this one has this little mechanism at the bottom. So you have to push this in at the same time. Push it in at the same time you set in the close. So that part's easy. But the thing is when you're moving these little numbers, sometimes the other numbers are moving right ahead of it. And that's the hard part, is if it does that. So I've got it pushed in. I'm going to set it to my desired number while I'm still holding it. Do not release it, or you will set it for whatever it is on. All right, so now let's see. I think I got it set to what I want it on. Now I'm going to take that out. It's unlocked. It's on the code that I want. Yay. And then you'll switch it back to 0 just to test it. I always switch it back to the zeros. And make sure. And zeros won't open up anymore. Well, you know, that little thing, that ain't enough to get the lock out. All right, so now that I showed you how to do both of these locks. And these locks come in like little packs. Sometimes you get them in 5, 10, maybe for $10 or something like that. eBay's your best bet. I know we always say Amazon, but eBay gives you a really good deal too. Now I'm going to show you what happened. So whatever reason, when I was on my trip, I decided, okay, I am going to film me packing. So I basically did a little packing, showed you what my suitcase looked like before. And then when I got home, I almost forgot. And then I was like, oh, no, wait. Let me get the thing. I got the camera and I unloaded my suitcase. I unzipped it. And bam, everything was everywhere. I had seasonings out of the pocket. I mean, I put my seasonings in a little bag, and then I locked that bag down and everything. My seasonings were out. I poked my socks in a certain area. They were out. My little flat thing was unzipped and everything. I understand TSA got to go through your bags. I understand that. And I'm glad that they do, because I don't want to be in a 911 situation. But guess what? There was no TSA slip. And that's what got me. And that's what pissed me off. And yes, I reported it. I reported it to them. And I also reported it to the airline. So, let me show you the videos. Okay, so I just want to keep track of how my suitcase is being put together. Jeans there, green there, socks hanging out there in that color, that order. This much of it is zipped all the way up to here where you can see the red. This side did not zip all the way next to that sign. Boom. Now, to keep track of this, I'm putting the zippers at the very bottom. So no matter what, with them being at the bottom, shouldn't be an issue. All right, so I have gotten back from my trip. And as you can see where my openers are? Remember when I first started, they were down here in the middle and they were really close together. So they have been in my machine bag. We're gonna go ahead and open up the bag. I always go through my stuff. Okay, so hold on. Let's flip it over. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, so this is the front. As you can tell, they went through my bag viciously. Why do I say that? Because I put knots in these, remember? But I also had these items right here inside of this black bag. So they not only did they take it out of the bag, they left it out the bag. Now I'm checking them because it is seafood stuff. I just want to make sure, because sometimes I've seen them do stuff with tools. So I'm trying to make sure that they didn't do it. But do you see how they put it? Remember where these socks were? Remember that? Remember I had it zipped? They went through this entire bag. They went through this. See, they just threw it any old kind of way. Now, one thing I did do while I was at the room is I did clean all my clothes. So I didn't have to worry about that. But you know what, you guys? Check it out. I'm looking. But I do not see a tag. I'm looking. Now you see, they went through my bag. You know they went through my bag. I don't see nowhere they put a TSA thing in my bag. Do y'all see one? I'm looking. They're supposed to put something in here saying that they went through my bag. Do y'all see a paper yet? Because I don't. None. Not one piece of paper. I'm going to report this because this is crap. They shouldn't be going through my bags. And then they don't put the thing to let you know. So this is to let you know, you guys. Recorded before and after. And you know, they don't want you to put that lock on there that's not TSA approved. But that's the only way they're going to leave it in there if you do that. So I think what I'm going to do is go visit the Dollar Tree and buy a bunch of those. But not one place do I see where they left these things. This makes me mad.